Lord B and Jester talking about everything from crystals, vibrations, comics, technology, cartoons, magic, meditation, herbal remedies, etc. Whatever comes to mind, just going on tangents and rambling on.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning into the Riff, Realm of Infinite Frequencies. This is the Tangent Podcast with your host, Jester D. Wild One and Lord Byronius. Welcome to the show. And we are live. Welcome, Lord B.
Hey, Jester.
How's it going, buddy?
I'm all right. I've bought some fudge at Woodman's earlier today and put it on some tasty wheat crackers.
Oh, that's the perfect version of salty and sweet.
It's the best. I mean, my stomach hurts and I regret it, but it was tasty in the mouth.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's weird that I eat salty and sweet. Like, I'll have some, Reese's and some chips, and I'll eat them one after the other. Like, it's an interesting combination.
Well, I mean, it's trail mix. I mean, it's got M&Ms and it's got pretzels. I mean, it's you got to play to your palate. That's really the whole deal.
Right. Well, I mean, I know that some people... Okay, so how do you eat your dinner? Do you eat it one thing at a time, or do you mix it up?
I throw it in the blender with a beer as for the liquid, and then I just hit 3. I don't have frappe anymore. Frappe's not there. I don't have those options. I just have the 1, 2, 3 and pulse because I have a Ninja.
Okay.
But to be serious though, no, I eat one and I eat the other, but not like one then the other. It's like you're saying,
right.
I'll take a bite and then I'll take a bite. I'll take a bite and I'll smash it into something else and I'll eat that together. And
right.
I'll take the can of whipped cream and spray it in my head as I'm eating a steak. I don't give a shit.
Wow. I'll eat some steak and then I'll eat some potatoes and then I'll eat some cake. All in then keep going back and forth.
Like, I mean, it's like a 7-layer dip. You just got to stack it and then you cut it and then you just pull it out. It's like a pie, like a cake slice.
Rudy Kazootie and the pineapple pie.
Number.
So this is episode 17.
17.
We're at over 80 likes now.
81 likes, 82 follows.
Ooh, so
Get
that's
with the
pretty
game
cool.
Guy.
It's been a minute since we've had a podcast, and I have to apologize. It's my fault. My work schedule is insane. So I just worked 8 out of 9 days, 1 day off, and we would have done a podcast that day, but Lord B had prior obligations.
Indeed.
And I do have to apologize to the fan base out there that was really looking forward to me and Lord B commentating on AEW's All Out, but that's not going to happen because my schedule changed and I will be working that night, so I'll be having to watch it after the fact.
Bummerage.
Mm-hmm. I mean, are you still going to watch it?
It's possible. It is possible, yeah.
Well, I mean, after the fact, we can probably watch it for free. We won't have to spend $50, so... I mean, we could still do it, but it's going to be one of those things where I'm going to have to stay off of social media until we do it because I'll get a lot of spoilers.
And they Twitter like crazy, so
I don't
you
want
would have
spoiled.
They Twitter like crazy.
they Twitter like crazy.
Who
would have ever thought that tweet would be a
out.
thing? Like tweet.
Sylvester the cat, he thought tweet was going to be a thing.
I wonder if there's a story behind why they called it that. I mean, I kind of get it, but...
Well, bird, their symbol. I don't know.
Did you know the U.S. government has officially is cataloging every tweet ever tweeted because it's a formal form of news?
That's fine.
The first place to publicize that Michael Jackson died was Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so... And I mean the fact that sitting presidents have been using social media since Obama and Twitter and everything.
Mm-hmm. You got POTUS, yeah.
Mm-hmm. The POTUS actually has a voice out there randomly. Mm-hmm. Poop thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like fireside chats, but different.
Thoughts for people who think.
Yeah. So this is entertainment and such, and I think one of the big topics we want to talk about is Stadia, Stevia.
Stadation.
What did I tell you first?
You told me it was called Stavia, is how I would pronounce it.
And you're like,
but no. Exactly how you said it was. I want to look at Stadia new Google Council. I was like, I couldn't find anything. I was like, okay, there's a Google Council. They're in Council, Iowa. What are you trying to say to me?
Right, I spelled council as in like council.
Yeah, council, not console. But Google's got a console coming out, or I wouldn't even call it a console.
I was gonna say it's not
It's a plug-in. It's through your internet, but it is a system. It comes with a controller, just this little tiny, kind of like
the controller looks very Xbox-ish.
It's, I would kind of slide it that way, mixed with, it's kind of like a mashup between the newer Xbox controller with the PS4 controller without that little touch swipe area, just like maybe a PS3 then.
So apparently Google consulted some knife makers to make that controller ergonomically correct for your hand, if you're into that kind of thing.
I'm all about proper grip.
Another thing is, with it being that plug-in and not a console, it's run through the cloud. So no more loading times or updates. Like when they're updating the file and stuff, it's automatically going to be updated so that you don't have to wait for it to do that, which I think is going to change the game. I mean, people are talking about PS5 and the new Xbox, whatever Scarlet that they call it, or codename Scarlet. Those are systems. Those are big systems. But this Google Chromecast thing is literally like it just plugs into your fucking back of your TV like a Roku or some shit.
Just like the Fire TV or any of that. It just plugs in.
Do you have a list of some of the games that are already announced for it? I know the big one that I'm excited to Destroy All Humans.
Yeah. They got Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Baldur's Gate, Borderlands 3, game. Cyberpunk 2077, Darksiders Genesis, Destiny 2, Destroy All Humans, Doom Eternal, Farming Simulator 19.
Ooh, that's the best one ever.
It went so far.
They're probably going to bring Truck Simulator. You'd like that.
Oh, yeah, why not? I have it on, what the hell is it, Steam, so...
I actually found myself watching some guy's stream of him playing Truck Simulator.
Was it Raya or whatever?
I think so. It was one of the more popular ones. It was interesting. Like, he's actually following the rules, and he's got the whole like steering wheel and everything.
You have to follow the rules. It's not like, hey, I'm gonna kill somebody. There's nobody walking around. You hit someone, your truck broke, and now you have to pay for it. Like it's.
Wow.
If you don't do what you're supposed to do, you don't make any money. Like it's crazy. But some of the routes, like they have exact mileage, and you literally could sit there for a half hour, 15 minutes of just driving wherever the hell you got to take something.
Is the timing and mileage like correct?
No.
So it kind of speeds it up.
You could be going 1,100. No, you won't go that far. You might go like 600 some miles. But it would take like 10, 15, 20 minutes to do it.
Well, that's good.
But you're driving through a town, you're following a GPS. If you run into a barrier, you could have just blown your engine, and now you got to get towed. It's crazy.
I think one of them was he was trying to park his trailer or some shit, and there was some guy in his way, and he wouldn't move. Some of those...
you could always do like a gimme on it, too, where you're like, all right, I'm not parking it. Drop it here, you guys come grab it type scenario.
Right.
Just real quick, there are quite a few more games than what I listed. I'm not going to list them all. There's probably like another, I don't know, 10,
well, since we were talking
games.
about simulators, I want to talk about one real quick before we explain the rest of those games.
Oh, yeah.
I was watching a stream of, it was like the funniest flight simulator things that had happened. And like, the guy that's doing it is super hilarious. I don't know what his thing is, but he I don't know, you'd have to watch it on YouTube. It's fucking the best flight simulator commentary or some shit. Like groups of people flying around, and one guy just like passes him and he's flying upside down or some shit. And he's like, well, we got someone going upside down there, and like, get out of the way, go land.
Oh, I think I've seen a couple of those.
Yeah. Anyway.
Those are fun.
What are the other games?
Where did I leave off? Farming Simulator?
Yep. That's where I got.
Football Manager 2020, but they look like, I mean, if you're in America, they look like soccer players on the cover.
That's because probably it's
which
football.
It's football. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It is football. It's not hand catch ball.
For people in Europe, they love that shit.
Oh, yeah.
They live and die soccer. Or football.
Get Packed. I don't know what that is. I'm guessing you got to pack a truck. Maybe a Tetris type something. Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Gods and Monsters. I'm going to have to click a couple. Oh, I guess you can't click them. I thought you could click it. Grid, which looks like a racing game. Guilt. It's capital letters GYLT. Looks kind of like a ghosty spooky. Just Dance 2020.
That sounds like some Wii game.
Yeah. Kine. Well, I mean, how do you play that without? I suppose you could play with a controller if you're doing it like arcade style. But then they have
like
the ones where
Guitar
you
Hero
dance.
with
I
a
mean, you would
controller.
almost need a platform. Well, that's what I'm saying. You're going to need a platformer and a controller or something. A game called Kine, Kine. I don't know. Marvel's Avengers, Metro Exodus, Mortal Kombat 11, which Jester wants to make a chat about in a minute.
We'll be talking about that in a second.
Just a couple left. Oh, sort of. NBA 2K20, Orcs Must Die 3, Rage 2. I played the first Rage. That's pretty fun. Rise of the Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Super Hot, The Crew 2, Elder Scrolls Online, Thumper, Tom Clancy's Division, Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, Trials Rising, Watch Dogs Legion, Windjammers 2, and Wolfenstein Young Blood.
Wow, I haven't played Wolfenstein since fucking 64.
Oh, no, it's not Wolfenstein. I haven't played that game since just a pinch after Atari.
Right.
Like, I'm not super old or nothing, but I mean, I had quite a few systems, and I've played a lot of them. I mean, that was back when the screensaver on a computer was a maze brick wall.
Yep, and it would just keep going.
Going back there for people, you know? Yeah.
Right.
Love that one.
You had mentioned NBA 2K20.
Yep.
I was addicted to 2K19 for a little bit. Like, I'm not a huge basketball fan whatsoever, but I like sports games. So, like, I've owned every Madden there is. I'm not sure when I'm going to buy the new Madden, but I know a friend wants me to get it. And I get addicted to those games where I play them a lot, and the 2K19 was really fucking... The storyline was interesting because you create your character, and I mean, it's a massive create a character. You can put your own face on it, and you are you. Like, it's ridiculous. But the beginning storyline, which you can play for free before you actually buy the game, it's the prelude to it. You are a rookie, right? And they send you to Japan to play basketball, and you do really well for that team, and you can actually play with those teams and stuff. And these are real teams. And then you get called up to the G League, which used to be the D League, but they thought that sounded kind of like, you know, you're about to fail. You know, you're about to fail, you know, F, you know, on that scale. So they made it the Gatorade League. And actually it's like 23 teams of the 40-something teams in the NBA actually have a team under them. Like the Milwaukee Bucks have the Milwaukee Herd, or the Wisconsin Herd. And every team has a G League team under them where, say, someone gets injured on the team and they will call up from the G League because they're, like, you know, they're hired by the Bucks or, you know, say the Lakers or whatever. So you get called up to the G League and you do really well. And then, the final game of the season, you get called up to the Lakers and you help them